A 16-year-old Florida student is facing charges after making threats to firebomb every school in Hillsborough County. The teen is facing 3 counts of written or electronic threat to conduct a mass shooting or act of terrorism and 1 count of unlawful use of a two-way communications device. He allegedly posted the comments on Instagram post by the Palinas County Sheriff's Office threatening to bomb schools in the area. Quote, I place explosives to set to detonate tomorrow at 3 p.m. in every school in the county. Another comment, I'm going to firebomb every school in the county. Another comment, I'm going to bomb every school in the county tomorrow. The comments were posted underneath a video from November 1st, discouraging students from making statements or jokes about threatening violence at schools. The comments have since been deleted. Quote, we weren't joking. The things that you say and write have real world consequences. Threats are never a joke and can land you in serious trouble, even if you are a minor. These comments were made on our videos depicting the serious consequences of making jokes about school shootings. Within an hour, detectives met with the teen at his home, and he admitted to making the comments online. When deputies searched his home, no bomb-making materials were found, and deputies also searched local schools and found no evidence of any explosives anywhere. Cops later stated, quote, there is no scenario where this kind of comment is a joke or funny. We take any threat of violence, especially involving our schools, very seriously. Now, this teen will face the consequences of his reckless actions. They later stated that this remains an active investigation. On today's episode of Fuck Around and Found Out in Florida, we have this teen who fucked around and found out in Florida that, hey, my consequences, me making these types of comments directly online, has actual consequences. The police will actually come see me. They will actually find me. They know my whereabouts. And they found him real quick, within an hour. Within, I want to say maybe the same day, potentially, of him making these comments online. And then you got to be the stupidest person to ever be alive to decide underneath a video where the police are literally telling you, like, hey, these types of comments aren't bad. We will find you. We will see you. They'll put the general's eye. I will find you. Right? And that's exactly what they did. You got to be the stupidest person to literally go underneath a cop video and make these types of threatening jokes and think that is ha ha he funny. You're dumb. You're stupid. The parents that raised you, they're in the exact same line as well, because obviously there's a lack of home training directly in that house. If this is considered a joke, if this is considered funny, like I said before, this is that internet life where a lot of kids, they don't really got friends. Let me explain it to you again. A lot of these kids don't really got friends. A lot of these kids, they go to school and they just go to school. They don't go to school to be around their friends, to talk with their friends, because chances are, even if they are talking to somebody, those people really ain't their friends. Because after school, are they hanging out? Are they actually talking? No and no. Chances are they might not even be really friends in school. Your child is just tolerating that person because that person is actually talking to him and showing him some type of attention, other than everybody else that just walks past him every single day. Like I said before, you're living in a society where you have a lot of people that's out of touch. And you can also specifically thank a lot of that to all of the governments when the pandemic took place for that 2.5 years. And they had everybody basically staying away from everybody. They had everybody not being able to talk, not being able to do this, not being able to do that. And when that social experiment took place, you saw what happened. And what I mean by social experiment, I'm talking about people having to stand back 6 feet, people not being able to actually be in public having conversations, people not even actually being near other people. Like, even when it came down to the graduations and kids learning, like, a lot of kids were just learning at home. So a lot of that, normal social growth that kids would actually have, that was lost. That was lost for 2.5 years. That was lost. And then people expect the kids to come back and be A-OK and to start right back where we left off. No, it's like you can't. That's something that has to be taught. That's something that has to be learned. You have to be in the environment in order to gather those tools so that you can be social. A lot of these kids ain't social. The most social that they get is being online arguing back and forth with somebody else over some Call of Duty, Fortnite, or Roblox. That's the utmost talkative and social that a lot of these kids get to. And this is why they're so quick to hurry up and run home to play a video game, because that's the only time that they can actually get attention from somebody else who is potentially a peer, right? Or somebody that's within their same school. That's the only time that people can seemingly be friends and be cool and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, it's crazy. Parents need to be parents, and parents also need to spend more time with their kids so that stuff like this don't specifically happen.